10:07 on the Midday Show, and Allison, our guest from Dakota PC Warehouse, is in again for another edition of Tech Talk. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I feel like you're a stranger.
I know.
I've hardly seen you.
I know, but that's about to change. I'm here.
You're here. Yep.
Smile.
Allison joins us on Tech Talk, and she treats us to some technology-savvy ideas and ways we can save money, save our electronics, and keep ourselves safe. And that's kind of what you want to touch on today.
Right. So we've touched on this a little bit before, but it's very important, and so I kind of want to bring it up again, just because we had some more local residents fall victim to it again lately. And it's all the internet scammers, it's the hackers, it's the people who scam your grandma and grandpa or even your parents out of money, and it's gaining popularity, and it's something that can be avoided, but they are getting very good at it, so it is harder to spot it as well. But in this instance, this was a very patient scammer, and so what happened was they contacted the people about a year ago, and they provided this service for keeping their system up to date and keeping viruses off, and they put an antivirus system on, and they made it all look really nice, and they said that they got the person got a year's worth of protection for a low amount of cost, I believe, and it didn't seem too bad, so they went ahead and did it. Well, they never had to call that number again or need that person or the scammer over the next year. So the scammer touched base with them last week and said, hey, you didn't need any of our services, so I'm going to refund you this money, which sounds great, and most people would take it like, hey, I'm getting money back, this is awesome. So they went ahead and gave them their bank information to refund the money, and they called back a little bit later and said, hey, we added some extra numbers on accident to that amount, and so I need you to send the extra back to us. It was in the amount of about $2,000 that they had put extra into their bank account, and they needed them to wire that money back. And they were cautious at first. They said, well, how do I know that the money's there? How can I trust you? And they said, well, log on to your bank. You should be able to see the money there because we sent it over. And so that they did that, and they saw that the money was sent and deposited into their checking account. So they went ahead and wired the $2,000 back. But come to find out that program that they had put on the year prior was like a Keylock program where the hackers could see their username and password for their bank account. And so what they actually did was they transferred the money from another account that they had in their bank into their checking account. So that deposit that they saw in their personal checking account
was their own money.
Their own money that came from a different account. And so when they wired the money, obviously they lost that money. So they're out the $2,000 because yes, their checking account saw the increase, but their other account lost. Mm-hmm. So what this really reiterates is that anytime somebody calls you and says that there's a problem with your system, and that you need to run a diagnostic or they need to remote in, just don't do it.
Yep.
Do not do it unless you know personally who the person is, or you can trust them, or they have some sort of credentials. Even if you get a pop-up on your screen that says it's Microsoft, and
they're tricky ones. They're tricky ones.
That if it's Microsoft and they say that they detect a problem, or Microsoft calls you and says that they detect a problem, never give them access to your system. Never let them remote on. I know my husband has gotten the phone call and he said, well, my wife works on computers, I'll have her take a look, and they're like, no, you can't do that, you have to let us on. And they're very persuasive, and they're very good at scamming people and using the right words. But please know that no credible company will ever call you and tell you that there's something wrong with your system.
Yeah.
It is always, always, always a scam. And so just don't let people on. If you have any questions, there are plenty of people, even if you don't take them to us, to Dakota PC, there's plenty of people that can help you determine whether it's a scam or not. And so I don't even necessarily care if you bring it to us. I know that may be bad from a business standpoint, but just it saves you money, and
Yeah.
I don't like to see people get scammed, and so I would rather you take it somewhere local. There's enough places around to get it checked out than to let somebody that shouldn't be on your system on.
Yep. Good words of advice and wisdom, and for people out there to be a little tech savvy, you got to be smarter than the people that are trying to
And that's
outsmart you.
hard.
It's very hard, and they're making it harder.
And there's a lot of people that did not grow up on computers, so they
Mhm.
don't understand. They're very good about logging into your system and showing you like the control panel and saying, "Whoa, you have this on there. That's bad." And half the time they're lying to you, because they know some of the programs that are on your system, which are not necessarily easy to read or easy to know what they are, or you have no idea what that program is. Those are crucial for your system to run, for your drivers, for your graphics card, or, for your microphone to work, or your touchscreen to work. So they're legit programs. It's just people don't know that because they run in the behind the scenes. They're kind of what make your system run. And so they'll use that. They'll use people's lack of understanding against them to scare them. They use scare tactics a lot.
So the best advice is just say no. Don't answer that phone. Don't even mess with it. Just click out of the program. Go get some eyeballs on somebody you trust, whether it's Allison at Dakota PC Warehouse or a family friend or someone who might know a little something about computers. But we want to keep people safe out there. And if folks have any questions for you, Allison, and they want to talk to you more about maybe some ways they can prevent this or some defense that they can have on their computer, let's remind folks where you're located here in Sioux Center at Dakota PC Warehouse.
We are on the south end of Sioux Center, where Travel Advantage used to be, so kind of in the same little parking lot area as MJ's and Seabricks.
Okay. And a phone number where they can reach you.
Yep, 712-722-4337 is our store number.
All right, I look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully it won't be so long this time. We keep missing each other.
I know.
But we do enjoy when you stop in for Tech Talk.
Thank
Keep
you.
listening to the Midday Show. We'll do another one next Monday on 93.9 KSOU.